If there's one thing that seems to be common among impressions and reviews for LEGO Ninjago the movie video game, is that it's surprisingly good. Which in itself is somewhat surprising, as LEGO games tend to usually be quite fantastic, no matter the brand or franchise they're representing. However, I would also agree that when comparing the standard games to the ones like LEGO the movie video game, it was obvious that that particular game wasn't nearly as thought out, long or even fun as other LEGO games such as the LEGO Batman series, the LEGO Marvel games, and even other ones based on popular movie trilogies. With that preconception lingering in my mind, I wasn't too optimistic about LEGO Ninjago, which also is directly based on the movie that released the same day. However, like many others, I too was surprised at just how much TT Games has changed up for the sake of keeping things fresh. Best of all, it only takes a few minutes to see one of the best improvements, and it just gets better from there. Lots of small changes add up to a better experience. Upon starting up your game, you're greeted with a combat tutorial, something that previous games never really needed thanks to their overly simplistic combat. Truth be told, as much as I love the LEGO game franchise, combat was always its weakest point, as it usually boiled down to simply mashing the button, and either you or the enemy will die, and then you just rinse and repeat. There was never really much strategy to it. LEGO Ninjago switches that up with specific moves. Now you have combos, jumping attacks, and parries that enemies actually adapt to, meaning you can't just rely on a simple button combo to get you through the game. There are also helpful upgrades you start earning fairly early on using tokens that are awarded on a fairly regular basis. These tokens will unlock useful passives like doubling your stud pickups, extending your dash, increasing your damage, or giving you the ability to be a stud magnet, which out of LEGO context, wouldn't really be a kid-friendly perk. You also no longer have to buy characters after unlocking them. As soon as the game tells you they're unlocked, you're able to play as them, which not only makes more sense, it's also a lot more accessible to kids who immediately want to play as a new character after unlocking them, and now don't have to mindlessly grind studs to do so. The rest is familiar territory. As far as the mechanics go, it's still a LEGO game through and through. You're still going through the familiar motions you've been going through for the past 12 years or so. Some of the features that are relatively new like the multi-build return here, giving you the option to build various structures in different locations by holding the stick in the desired location. While LEGO Ninjago is certainly more aimed at a younger crowd, if you're a middle-aged gamer like myself who have enjoyed the vast majority of LEGO titles up to this point, then the added combat complexity and small tweaks to gameplay mechanics make this one worth checking out. I played the Switch version, which is certainly the graphically inferior version, running at a lower frame rate in handheld mode, and suffering from dips during hectic situations. Overall, I still had fun with this version. It's going to be the age-old question of, do you prefer portability over graphics? And if the answer's yes, then you certainly can't go wrong with the Switch version.